having only one lifetime is frightening. I'd like you to meditate on this for a moment. Just imagine you only have a day to live. You find out right now, while you're watching this video, that you only have 24 hours to live. Would you keep watching? Or would you say, whoa, that's scary. Okay, there's some things I've just got to go do. And start running around trying to figure out what to do with your remaining 24 hours. It's very important that you understand this. Just try to take some time and grasp that whatever we do in life is in a context. And the context, how dangerous the context is, how frightening it is, very much influences the way we live our lives. And it's so, you're so used to it. It's so normal, so-called, for Islamic culture, Judaic culture, Christian culture. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just telling you the facts. They are one lifetime religions. Western civilization, no better, perhaps worse. Material science has no viewpoint about who we are in any kind of sacred or divine way. It's just all about inventing stuff and living for one lifetime, and then you're done. Well, these are not the most interesting worldviews, frankly. That's all I can tell you. And if that is the amount of time, and there's any danger that would come from the way you're living your life, do you understand? This idea has been used to intimidate people for thousands of years. They've been told there's only one life. In fact, the story goes on that previously they were somehow evil, and so they even started this one out at a disadvantage. And if they don't live one lifetime, some way perfectly up to someone's standard, then they're going to go, I don't know, to some horrible place of suffering. Do you like that story? I don't. It sounds horrible. It's a horror story. One lifetime, you're done, goodbye. Now, this isn't just wish fulfillment. This is making sense out of life. So I wanted to say this to you before I say the word Hindutva. So first of all, Hindu is a made-up word that came about during colonization based on the Sindhu River. Some say that the Persians and others on the other side of that river could not say the S. It's quite common in linguistics to make the S into an H, and called it the Hindus, the ones the other side of the Sindhu. Now, none of us who are practitioners of the Vedic Sanatana Dharma culture resent that word because everyone's using it. We would rather just use it also so that you know who we're talking about. Whereas you might need to get your Sanskrit dictionary out when I say Vedic Sanatana Dharma Sanskrit culture. But that's the official name of the civilization. And India is not the name of the culture either, the country. It's actually called Bharat. And there's a famous book called the Mahabharata, written 7,000 or so years ago, about that great culture of Bharat. But you see, just to not make life so difficult, and because Bharat, India, the home of the Hindus, the Hindu Vedic Sanatana Dharma Sanskrit culture, that culture was colonized by people who didn't want to know anything about it. At least not the part that inconvenienced them, which is what? Religion. And by the way, the culture of India, the culture in that Vedic civilization, does not call itself a religion. Religion is re-ligare. It means bound by a book of rules. That's what Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are. They are the three Abrahamic religions. Whereas to be Hindu is not to be religious. Not against it either. It is to be a practitioner, not a follower, of the Vedic, Hindu, Vedic, Sanatan, Dharma, Sanskrit culture. It's a very specific worldview. And this worldview does not believe that it is useful to conquer others and try to force your beliefs upon them, because this worldview sees all of us as immortal divine beings who have many, 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 many lifetimes, as many as you want. From where you are right now listening to me speak, I and you, if I'm still around when you're listening, we all are immortal beings. So if the body you're in breaks down and is no longer useful, you'll go to another one, and another one, and then another one, and then another one. Just like classes in a university. In fact, I call it the university. That's the Hindu, Vedic, Sanatan Dharma, Sanskrit, cultural way of talking about our situation. Everyone's. But you see, there's no such thing as a Hindu going out in the world with a gun and saying you must believe in reincarnation. It's laughable. Ask any Hindu that. Say, would you take a gun out and try to make everyone believe in reincarnation? They'll kind of giggle and go, no, I'm sorry, I would not do that. We don't do that, I am a Hindu. They're saying that for your benefit. I am a follower of a viewpoint that respects every living entity, that wouldn't think of forcing them to a viewpoint, that sees the divine in everyone. This is also why, originally, before colonization, before Islam and Christianity were violent in India, before outside forces came in using violence, in the culture of India, nobody coerced someone else to hold a particular viewpoint. And if they did, they were the extreme minority, and they weren't Hindu. So let's be clear. Hindutva has been weaponized by the people who are afraid of it. But you see, as Hindus, we have no desire to weaponize the culture that we're practicing because it has to be taught in a friendly way. Just try to think of it this way. Is the Supreme Being angry and dangerous, or friendly and your best friend? If there is a Supreme Being. I don't mind. If you say, I'm not sure yet, great. That's fine. That's intelligent. But at the same time, if there's a Supreme Being who made all the flowers and birds and everything, made it so beautiful, made the world, this incredible, beautiful world, if anyone's that smart, what's the likelihood that they're a despot and can't wait to hurt you? To someone who's a Hindu, that's a laughable idea. We laugh and go, no, no, no. I'm sorry, but you're already misunderstanding. Do you understand? You shouldn't be afraid of the source of all beauty. You shouldn't be afraid of Hindus. Because Hindus, the worst thing they're going to do is talk too much. The worst thing they're going to do is tell you about their library.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.